who've given their lives in the service of peace and freedom in many conflicts around the world. Today we remember and honour those who in war have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Jason will now say a prayer.
Ever-living God, we remember those whom you have gathered from the storm of war into the peace of your presence. May that same peace calm our fears, bring justice to all the peoples, and establish harmony among the nations. Amen.
Amen. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
We will remember them. We will now sound the last post, followed by 2 minutes of silence. The surly bonds of earth, and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed, and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds, and done 100 things you have not dreamed of, wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along, and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the wind-swept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor ever eagle flew, and, while with silent lifting mind I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Lieutenant Ethelbert Amazon, Second Lieutenant Sherman Armsby, Second Lieutenant Clyde Aarons, First Lieutenant Glenn Burge, First Lieutenant John Burnett, Second Lieutenant Harry Bossick, First Lieutenant David Calloway, Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Christian, Second Lieutenant Robert Clement, Sergeant John Conroy, Second Lieutenant Jack Crandell, Second Lieutenant Milton Dahl, Second Lieutenant Donald Dellinger, First Lieutenant Lawrence Downey, First Lieutenant Albert Duncan, Second Lieutenant Miles Elliott, Captain Charles Feller, Second Lieutenant Robert Geck, First Lieutenant Woodrow Glover, Captain John Guykerson, Flying Officer Cornelius Hogelin, Second Lieutenant Joseph Kapar, First Lieutenant Eugene Kinnard, Second Lieutenant Daniel Nutt, Second Lieutenant Leo Lamb, Captain Joe Latimer, Second Lieutenant John Lougheed, Major George Merritt, Second Lieutenant Daniel Nazareth, First Lieutenant James Norman, First Lieutenant Lawrence Perry, First Lieutenant William Rautenbush, Second Lieutenant James Rogers, Second Lieutenant Walter Sargent, Second Lieutenant William Staples, First Lieutenant Robert Stolzy, Second Lieutenant Collier Todd, Second Lieutenant Dennis Weaver, Second Lieutenant Warren Berry, First Lieutenant Ken Season,
Wing Commander Graham MacDonald, Flying Officer Eric North, Flying Officer C.J. Scrivener, Flying Officer Edward Skirrow. The rising of the sun and its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. As long as we live, they too shall live. We remember them. We remember them.
When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today. Thank you.